Welcome to the pro-black perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions. Your host tonight is the author of the Pro-Black Compendium and Zuberi and the Maroons of Ma'ar, the Pan-African Nationalist Oni. Oni, what are we discussing tonight?
Wagwan. All right. This is episode 32. And oh my gosh. So look, I'm going to tell y'all this, man. The code is code for Neverlution. That's one. And of course, the second one is Ding Dong, the witch is dead. Or witch, old witch. You know which witch. Anyway, so you're tuning into Pro Black Perspective on KWAZ Radio. A lot of programs. You can almost get like 20. Like you almost get a program every day now. So, you know, shout out to Koku for that over the Bit of Medicine podcast. But of course, make sure you check out all the podcasts on the KWAZ Radio Network. I don't have a commercial for each of them, but I do want you to tune into all of them, right? So that would include the Forecast, that would include Brother Bakari, that would include Tanzan, and of course these as well.
This is D-Web with the Harsh Reality Podcast, asking you to tune in where we tackle the news of the day that affects our community, only on KWAZ Radio.
Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bit of Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bit of Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the Revolutionary Matron on KWAZ Radio.
You are listening to the Pro-Black Perspective on KWAZ Radio.
All right, so we're going to jump right into the first one, which is going to be the BANs. Now, this first BAN, oh my gosh. Okay, like this first BAN. Now, I don't know. This one's going to be a little bit, I don't know. But we're going to go into the transition, and then we're going to hit up the BANs. But, appreciate everybody for coming through, everybody for stopping by. And, yeah, this BAN, y'all go watch this one. Well, hold on a second.
I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. All right, bet. So this BAN, this first BAN, I don't know if y'all saw this video. This was just outrageous. I ain't gonna hold y'all. So look, this dude is on code. I'm gonna show you guys somebody on code. This is what I want you to realize. When people tell you, "Hey man, we Black Americans, we're the most radical. We're on color. We understand how to fight white supremacy." I'm gonna show you this motherfucker, man. like no disrespect to quote unquote Black Americans, but like this motherfucker, like yo, disown. All right, hold on a second. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. This is wild. All right. So look, this guy is asking, what would you have done, family? Would you have saved the cop's life that just arrests you? Watch till the end. Woo! I know, you're like, wait, what? Woo! So look, so basically I'm going to give it to the people who might be just listening in the background or something, right? Black man standing in front of a white officer white overseer, okay, overseer, right? White overseer, while the for some reason this white boy is choking on his gum, okay? Black man got his hand cuffed, right? His hands cuffed, and he's like, "What should I do?" Okay, so the caption is he's thinking about making a run for it.
Give me the key, man. I'll help you, man.
Give me the key, man. I'll help you. Just throw me the key. Give me the key. I'll help you. He says, as the white man's choking. The white man reaches for his key. Struggling cop, hands in the keys. Okay? Watch what happens next. Okay, you do it. I got you, man. I got you. After he releases the handcuffs, right? Now the cop can hardly breathe.
Let me get you up.
Okay? So your man helps him on the street. Okay? And he's like, wait a second, hold on, what? Well, I'm thinking this is a skit. But it ain't even a skit. It ain't even a skit. So then he does this Heimlich maneuver, I guess, using all his strength to, and you're like, okay, maybe he's trying to suplex the dude, right? Nope. So he says the gum clears from the guy's throat. Alright, so then you like, okay, but what happens next is even more shocking. He's like, okay, look, I just saved your life, my guy. Okay, now what's he gonna do? You know, he gives the guy comfort. Then he goes back to grab the handcuffs. This is what the Negro does. I'm talking. Like, alright, look. He goes back to get the handcuffs. This is part 3. He goes back to get the handcuffs. But the cop is going to return the favor. So look, the man gives the handcuffs, turns his back, and the guy says, and the white boy's like, hold on a second, you N-word. Thank you, sir. He says, it's okay, you have a good day. Thank you, you saved my life.
You just saved my life.
He letting the man go. All right, well, hold on a second. You saved my life, okay?
All right.
Nah, I mean, like, come on. All right, yeah. Nah, I mean, whoa, boy. That dude was on code. I was gonna tell y'all that. He was on code. Oh, shit. I'll tell you about the enemies within, boys. I'm telling you about the enemies within, boys. Let me just say good morning to everybody. So Kofi says greetings. Real Black Gentleman says greetings and graces. Bobby Wright says greetings to the pro-black perspective. Good morning. You know, our Revolutionary Matrix says greetings, everyone. And then that's it, right? Now, fam, I don't know what to tell you. Now, see, look. There's a limit. Okay, there's a limit. Now, look, I know some people. Kofi says that black man is sick as that. Look, I know some people might be like, look, man, you can't just walk away from a man choking. I mean, if that's how you feel, I could, you know, I could see how that might be something that you might think. Okay, now other people might be like, look, man, if I get like you know, you can't run away with the handcuffs on because everybody gonna know, right? So maybe if you get yourself unlocked, then you should run away from there, or you know, I don't know, like, you know, do you a favor, I don't know, whatever it is. But the fact that the man, after he saved this dude's life, turned right back around. It's like what Carter G. Woodson said, okay? Carter G. Woodson said, look, man, you don't have to tell black folk to go to the back door. You don't have to tell black folk to go to the back door because as long as the back door is there, no. He says even if the back door isn't there, they will go to it themselves. This man turned around after saving this dude's life. Most important thing, the most important possession the man had. Okay? You saved his life and then you said, all right, now put me in prison and take mine. Like, are you some sort of stupid idiot? Because if I were in the position where I saved another man's life, of course I'm walking away from that shit. Like, what the fuck? Be like, all right, man. All right, you know, well, I say, like, if I was that motherfucker that saves a motherfucker's life, I would be like, all right, so we straight, right? We straight, right? You know, like, shit, boy. Like, you give me some motherfucking money after this shit. Like, what are you fucking talking about? This dude saved this dude's life and then turned around and said, okay, arrest me now. So he just helped them for free. Like, what kind of Negro? I'm sorry. Like, no disrespect to the word Negro. No disrespect to the word Negro, but like, whoo, that was wild. You know what I'm saying? That was wild. I'm telling you, that was on code. And you might be like, well, that ain't out of code. Okay, hold on a second. So we're going to go to this next one. And I mean, yeah, shaking my damn head, boys. Shaking my damn head. This is the next one. Somebody commented, remember, the goal is not to be like them, but to be better than them. They act that way. They act the way they do because they know we are the better man. Come out from among them. Become set apart. I don't even know what that means. Become set apart. then I don't know. Even this guy is like so right about that one too. And this one's like, this right here. Because we answer to a higher authority. Hallelujah. The goal is to be loving. Set apart we must become. Because L is set apart. Don't know who the fuck L is. Like, is that Superman? I don't know. Kal-El or something like that. Oh, I'm definitely not doing this. Good luck with that, though. All right, sorry. Somebody. But yeah, preach. You know, this person's straight Christian babble. But yeah, they go low and we go higher. Hopefully, like they go low, I go low and uppercut the chin. Hopefully, but yeah. I'm mad this motherfucker's following me. I might just need to block this motherfucker. I'm sorry. But anyway, we maybe not right now. You're not right now, but still, like, damn. Yeah. That this is it. So the only thing I'm going to share with you guys is I just saw this video today, and so I said, you know what, I'm gonna share this with y'all. But yeah, that's the code. The code is code for Neverlution. But this is an example of how to do the Heimlich maneuver. You go under the whatever that is, put your thumb, and then that's it. You just tighten. So just in case y'all in the future have to save some motherfucker, you already know. You know, just replay this video. Come back to this. Come back to this document. This document's freely available. Come back to this document and do that. Anyway, that's pretty much all I can say about that topic. I don't know if anybody has any comments, but yeah, that's it. We gonna go to the next one. All right. Learning Curve says, we don't answer to a higher authority. We are the authority. We are the judge. And if you are not the judge, then you are a slave to another being. That's it. You understand? I mean, like, you gotta say to you, like, cause you see what happened with this dude, and what Learning Curve said is deep. I want y'all to understand, because what this dude did was he turned around after saving this man's life, turned around, turned his back, and said, "Okay, hold me to jail." And it took the white man. See, the white man becomes the hero of the story all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? After nearly dying, they're like, oh, look what this white man did. He returned the favor. Oh, glory. The white man became the hero of the story from being a bitch. How the fuck you chew on gum? How that even make sense? Because, see, I was thinking, man, this got to be a skit, because how the fuck you chew on, how the fuck you choke on gum? How? And he choking like a bitch, like grabbed his neck. Like grabbing the neck like a cartoon character. And notwithstanding that, he becomes the hero of the story. He returns the favor. It saves my life. You can go. I'm not even like messing with our people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even claiming that motherfucker. I'm not even hold y'all. This one is kind of stupid. Basically, it's just this red man guy, another BAN. Red man, he's rich. So I want you to understand about this. So, like, you got to understand the class divide, okay? You got to understand the class divide. So there are some black folk who are rich and some black folk who are poor. There's some white folk who are rich and there's some white folk who are poor. And so we're going to go into Jeff Bezos later. You already know, okay? But this is not a black man that's nearly as rich as Jeff Bezos. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But this is a black man with money. Okay? And what does this black man do with money? What does the black man do with money? Now, I believe that if you have some money, you should treat yourself occasionally. Okay? But what you do with money, right? Or even I'll say it this way. There's sometimes, I try not to be harsh on judging black folk. Because I say to myself, hey, look. When you don't have resources, you might do things that are not necessarily of your character. But when you do have resources, then you are doing things of your character. Okay? If you have the resources to help other people and you choose not to, right? That's in your character. I'm not saying don't ever treat yourself, because there are people who are like, hey, I want to be selfless and blah, blah, blah. That's stupid. Honestly. I'm saying, yeah, like, for instance, like for me right now, I'm like, yo, I'm finna go to Africa. Treat my damn self. You hear me? I ain't finna just give. I'm finna treat my damn self. You feel me? Now, I'm not only exclusively trying to treat myself, but I need to treat myself too. Right? That said, this is what this motherfucker. So Red Man, everybody know Red Man. He rich. Okay? I worked hard for this. 27 jumps and studied hard for my written exam and passed today. I'm an official licensed skydiver. I'm wilding in the skies. This is what he does. This is Redman, the fucking rapper. Okay? All he's doing is, like, he has the money. And he's like, he has the money, okay? I'm a licensed skydiver. And I'm not saying, look, you got money, don't go skydiving. What the fuck is a licensed skydiver? You have money. Why are you doing this broke people job? A bumbleclot. I'm not even going to, like, not even dignify this guy with the whole fucking video play. It's just, this is, and you're going to compare this to Jeff Bezos, who says, hey, you know what? I'm going to put this much money into a university. We're going to talk about that later. I'm going to put this much money into a university, and I'm going to, try to influence the minds of my people. That's what Jeff Bezos says. This fucker, now he doesn't have as much money as Jeff Bezos. So I'm not going to say, it's comparable. But this fucker says, hey, I got a bunch of money, and what I'm going to do is going to do official skydiving license. Like, what the fuck? Who's not tired of us? Not even gonna say anything. By the way, Brother Bakar is gonna be on later. I think he said after the show's done. So make sure you guys subscribe to his channel and all that. This next one is just dad of the year. Now, it's not really dad of the year. This is motherfucker stealing somebody, but I want y'all to just pay attention. Let's look at this. This is just crazy shit. A 1-year-old was snatched from a trolley. Now, I'm thinking this is a sister. I can't tell. But because I can't tell, I'm just going to say it is. Just walks up and snatches a child. And what's this motherfucker doing? A 1-year-old was snatched from a trolley at a cash and carry in actually, I don't even know. Because it says Gaburka. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Gaburka. Yesterday, security was alerted and a child was found in the store. Police subsequently arrested 2 suspects in hashtag kidnapping. I think they showed the pictures of the suspects. Oh, no, this could be South Africa? I don't know. All right, whatever. That's it. Yeah, they just do it. But, like, what's this motherfucking dad of the year over here? And realistically, ladies, the BAN over here just walks up and snatches a child, 1-year-old. But I really put this here to just warn you guys that, like I said, there's enemies within. The white man does not have to march into your land and take your children at gunpoint. He don't got to do that no more. Because what happens is this, right? Old fat lady, you ain't even looking at, you ain't even looking for. She could just walk up, snatch your kid. You ain't even worried about her. See, when you hear the boom, boom, you hear the, right? You're like, okay, hide the kids. With this lady, you don't need to fucking, you don't need to. You're just like, oh, okay, she's just another shopper. But the kids end up the same place. It's called enemies within. Why is it called enemies within? Because if there's no enemy without, if there's no enemy within, then the enemy outside cannot harm you. Okay? You got people like this stealing your kids, then the enemy outside can harm you. Right? Then the enemy outside can harm you. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about that. We're going to go to the next one. This one's cap. I don't know what cap means. Oh, yeah. Motherfuckers, yo. Black Twitter, allegedly. Black Twitter. And I don't even understand black folk at this point. One thing about Black Twitter is that we going to ride for Princess Diana. Who? I'll tell you, man, you motherfuckers is like these motherfuckers is stuck in the past. I don't even know when this lady was alive, but I feel like it was a long fucking time ago. Who is this? Like, who is this? I don't even, yeah. I tell you, man, the code is code for Neverlution. One thing we gonna do is ride for this. Like, what? Oh, my gosh. I'm just tired. We're gonna go to the ABAs, but I'm just tired. You can't fucking win, man. Like how? These are your soldiers. These are your people. These are the some people would say, hey, this is the most radical fucking black population on the planet. Now, I don't believe so. But some people are going to say this is the most radical black population on the planet. If this is the case, man, I can tell you there's no fucking question. No question as to why this white boy is running the show. Okay? There's no question as to why this white boy is running the show if this is the most fucking radical population there. But we're gonna go to me singing. Hold on a second. I think I see some comments. I don't know if they're just greetings, but let me see. Oh yeah. So Revolutionary Matrix says this guy is an entertainer. It's using his money for petty amusements. This is insane in the membrane. Real Black Gentleman says, let's face it. Once the vast majority of people attain a certain level of wealth, most of the treats one partakes in will most likely not be sourced from Africa or benefit black people. Of course. Kofi says true. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what was it? So there's this, I think I had to put this quote in the Book of Power, okay? But there's this book, I think it was Blyden, right? And he says, look, the law of, I can't remember what he calls it, but he says like the law of something, where essentially all the money that you earn in the West is going to go back into the West. Okay? All the money you earn in the West is going to go back into the West. This is why you have to get out of your fucking countries. Like, get out of somebody else's house. When you're in another person's house, you should just get the fuck out. You have other options, of course. You could do all sorts of stuff. But what I'm telling you is just get out. No mulatto, but get out. Cause you it's like what? He's like, hey, I got all this money. What should I do? I'm gonna freaking. I mean, at least I'll give it to Kanye. At least that guy built a school. Now, was it a Christian school? Yes, stupid. But at least he built a school. This guy, Redman, I'm gonna jump from he's gonna fucking die. That's what he's gonna do. A nasty death. Revolutionary Matrix says the parent in the case felt safe, way too safe. Do you value your children at all? What did this lady want to do with the child anyway? Both adults are the enemy. Yep. I mean, look, that's the thing though. Like, you don't even know. Like that. Like, not that you don't know, but like, yeah, like. Kids, I was actually, I told y'all yesterday, I was up in Harlem. I'm in Harlem, and then my son just randomly runs off just randomly runs off. Fortunately, I wasn't there alone, but just randomly runs off. Now, he wanted to go get something. I shouldn't even say what he was going to go get because, why the fuck reveal your enemy shit, right? It'll reveal to you, because, some enemies are listening too. You know what I mean? So some enemies within taking notes. You know what I'm saying? And enemies without too. So I don't have to reveal it. But what I'm saying is that, yeah, man, the kids are fucking you don't know. Now, of course, that kid was just at the fucking trolley. 1 year old, no less. But, and that's the thing too. That's another thing too to remember too. Like, the kid's 1 year old, you might not even be too familiar with them. You know what I mean? Like, familiar with their presence. It could be that you just the dad, every 2 weeks or some shit. Or you just dad every week or whatever, every weekend, right? Now, when you the dad every weekend, the kid's not like an appendage like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell y'all this. Like, sometimes when I be outside, I'll be walking, and then I'll be like, right, son? And he's not even there. You know what I mean? Like I can't remember what they call it, because like precipitation or something. Not precipitation, but some, I remember reading about it, but there was like some sense you have when you, like of where your arms at, where your legs at, all that kind of stuff. Like, when you are around your child enough, particularly like for me, like I homeschool my kids, so he's around me a little more often too. But like, you get another sense of that motherfucker, like that person, of that person, and you might not have that when when they're 1, 2. You might not have that big attachment. Like the mother might, father might not. Okay. That said, that could be what happened. It's like, oh, I have the kid in the thing, but you could forget, if you like, oh, you only see the kid every week or some shit. And people can peep that. They can peep that, but it is what it is. Real Black Gentleman says, black folk need a we straight economic index to refer to. What's that mean, brother? You gotta explain that one. Kofi says, I hate seeing them say it for Megan as well. Who's Megan? Oh, Megan. Nah, is that the other princess or something like that? But all right, yeah, I'm gonna say Cap. But anyway, let's go. ABA. I'm about to. I can't make you love me. I can say it. I can't make you love me if you don't. You can make your heart feel something is wrong.
Wait, no, don't call me. Don't call me an African. I'm a Moor. I'm an Asian. Shit, you call me slave. You don't call me no damn African. No, I'm Asian blood and African.
I'm anything but an African. Anyway, look. So this was the "Am I a man or a woman?" You know. Now this is what I want you to understand. This guy walks around Africa talking about he got an accent now after 10 years, right? I blocked Tariq and shit. Y'all see it.
Okay, so in the West.
Is he in Africa? Is he black or white? The brother is boots on the ground, and we clearly see the Ghanaians uncomfortable telling the truth. Do they talk about us behind our backs over stuff like this? Now, of course, look at this shit.
I'm a black man, but in Africa, that's not always the case. Let's see what they think.
Hey, boss, I'm doing a video. Can I ask you a question?
Okay. So when you look at me, when you see me, what am I? What beautiful. No. Like, what am I? Am I a black or white? Well, fair. Fair. Yes, I am. Fair. What race? What race am I? What race? What race? Am I a white or a black? White. I'm a white. Yes, I am. Thank you. You're all right. Okay. I told you. I know you're busy. Quick question. Okay, boss. When you see me, you see, am I a white or a black? Yeah, white. White. Thank you, bro. Go, sir. 2 for 2. When you see me, do you see a white or a black? White. White. Thank you. This is my little brother. Little bro. When you see.
So my question is, this really his little brother?
Me. Do you see a white or a black? Do you see a white man or a black man? Am I white or black? Question.
So like that's where I get confused right now. Because if that's his little brother, like see, I can see his little brother walking around, am I black or white? And you'd be like clearly that motherfucker's white. You know what I'm saying? Like no disrespect. The little boy. I'm just based off the hair texture, more or less, right? That said, you know, because the kid has straight hair. Like you can't really argue with, you know, 1A here. I mean, you know, of course, like there's exceptions, but you know, I wouldn't. So like, if that's his little brother, it's just kind of like, is he not a white man? It's random, you know.
When you see me,
you guys get the idea. He basically goes to a bunch of these people. Now, my thinking is this too. One, we don't know if this is selective selection. You know, selective selection in the sense of, you know, you could record like 500 responses and then only play back 5 of them that go into your thing, right? And go into your theory. The other thing I would say is this too, that it might just be that when you go up to somebody and ask them something obvious, like it's supposed to be a trick question, they're going to answer in the unobvious way. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if I go to somebody and say, hey, do you think I'm a man or a woman? Right? Then, like, it's almost like implicit. Like, me asking that question is almost implicit that I am a woman. You know what I mean? Like, if I come to you looking like a man and I ask a perfect stranger, hey, do you think I'm a man or a woman? Right? The implication is that I am a woman. You get what I'm saying? So what I mean, it's now it could just be that like this dude looks, I don't know. Like again, I don't know because I was in Ghana. Nobody was thinking oh, you're a white man. You know what I mean? Now, I might just be more melanated than that motherfucker. I mean, more than likely. Or I might just look more African than this dude. Obviously. But again, I don't even, because another thing too is this, that, because I couldn't really tell based off of the camera angle, but let's say the dude looks like he's mixed. Then in that case, you know, it goes back to what happened with regard to that South African comedian, right? The South African comedian, he went to I should probably actually pull up the video, but he went to see his grandmother, Trevor Noah. He went to see his grandmother, and his grandmother said that he was white. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Noah's grandmother said that he was white. So it's just like, and I think that's really one of the concepts that I had inside the Book of Power, okay? One of the concepts that I was talking about in the Book of Power was this idea that if somebody is black and white, right, then depending on who's the dominant population, that's when you're going to decide whether they're black or white. You understand? So I'm gonna show you guys this. I'm gonna show you guys because I should have had it on the dang, his grandmother died. But anyway, I should have had it queued up because I wasn't even thinking about it. But
I flew out to South Africa on.
But what I want you to, here, let me see if I could. Give me 2 seconds, all right? I'm gonna play this video. But like his grandmother, I'm gonna show y'all.
I flew out to South Africa.
Like Trevor Noah had to argue with his grandmother, talking about, oh no, I'm black, and look at things. So here's what you could do if you ever, what the fuck?
I flew out to South Africa.
If you ever, if they have the transcript available, you just open up the transcript, and then you do search, and you search, white people, blah blah blah. Yeah, right here.
So they thought I was white.
You know, there were kids who never knew what a white man was.
So they thought I was white.
They knew you were white, and they ran away.
He said, so she said, so you know, there were kids that never knew what a white man looked like. And then she said, and then he said, Trevor Noah, look at him, see, like complexion like that, pale like that. He's like, so they thought I was white. Okay? And then his grandmother says, you are white. You understand? And this is what I mean by an African-centered paradigm. Because see, his grandmother's an African woman. So from an African-centered paradigm, this is why I said, like, when I wrote my book, it's different. You're not going to get the norm. You know, I don't mean to, always advertise it, although I want to advertise it at some point. But what I want you to say is that I had to wrestle with this idea. I had to wrestle with this truism right here. Okay? That if you're going by a European-centered paradigm, Trevor Noah is a black man. But if you're going by an African-centered paradigm, Trevor Noah is not a black man. You understand? And his grandmother's saying...
And I knew the flying squad was going to take me.
So if I was playing in the street, the police would have arrested me?
Yeah! You know, there were kids who never knew what a white man was.
So they thought I was white?
They knew you were white. And they ran away.
The kids ran away from me? But why did they run away?
It was the first time they see a white man in the location.
So for them, this was white?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel so special now, Gogo. To know there was a time that I was white.
See, he's laughing.
How old was I when this was happening, Gogo?
3 years.
3 years old. Mm-hmm. I was a very good-looking baby, I'm sure. Yeah?
Energetic.
Anyway, at some point he's gonna show. I don't want to get in trouble with Comedy Central, so I ain't gonna show the whole thing. But she was not the only black person, blah, blah, but she was a manager of white people. And look, he's gonna be like, "Do you know I manage white people?" Right here.
White people go.
You don't say.
I'm telling you, go. The white people who work for me.
It's a pity because.
Oh no. Okay, so he's going to. Like at some point he shows off this white guy like, this is white, I'm not this, right? But I want you to grasp that could be another factor in this video. Now for us, again, we in the West, we're just, trained to be like, yo, this is a black man. And like, I'm not going to say, okay, because we have a European-centered mindset. Let's just fucking face it, right? American-centered, European-centered mindset. So let's just fucking face it. That could be the other explanation for this. Okay? And I'm not going to say that, like, I mean, again, it's really tough because I don't know what this motherfucker really looks like. From the video, from the tanning, he said he was 10 years in Ghana. So, like, you never know, but he could be motherfucking like Trevor Noah. And again, in America, you would say Trevor Noah is black, but his grandmother wouldn't, is realistically what it is, Because she's basing off of, well, who are the black people? And if this is not the black people, then it's the other, it's the foreigner. But I mean, again, who I would consider the enemy within is this motherfucker making the video. Just because he's just trying to create something that's not even there. Like, because again, I did not have this experience. Now y'all see me, I got my picture up. Y'all see me, I'm in Ghana. It's like nobody's, whatever. But again, like, it's possible he's a fucking mulatto. Like, it's possible. And he's just like, and in America, I'm black. Okay, but you're not in America no more. Anyway, that's my piece. Let me see what the comments are like. That's my piece. Let's see. An economic benchmark to refer to. Let's see. Real Black Jenna says, like, if we have XYZ that we straight, an economic benchmark to refer to. Okay. We straight. Okay. Kofi says, he white as hell. Are you talking about the kid or are you talking about the man in question? Real Revolution Major says, this would have had more meaning if he asked, how do you see yourself? Real Black Gentleman says, one drop rule strikes again. Revolutionary Matron says, the white race in Africa might mean the path to goodness versus what you look like. So this vulgar experiment is null. Black and white really depends on the consciousness of the respondent, Yeah, sometimes, yeah. But like, also, like I said, like, I didn't have this experience. When I was in Ghana, I didn't have this experience. Revolutionary Matron won't have this experience neither. You know what I'm saying? The people in this chat, I'm pretty sure won't have this experience neither. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, I mean, if you look like you mixed, they might just say you look like you another, like, between white and black, you're not gonna be black. You don't have to apply the one drop rule. Now if you said white, black, or mixed, they probably say you look mixed. You know what I'm saying? And that's fair. That's fair. Because that's what the first guy said. He says, hey, what race do I look? And the guy said, you look fair, as in fair complexion, as in light skinned, as in probably mixed. Brother Bakari says, somebody told me that in West African countries, if you're mixed, they don't consider you black. They're not supposed to. That's the reality. The reality is that they're not supposed to. Just like how this white boy does not consider you white if you mixed. He's not supposed to. And this is what we talk about when we talk about power dynamics. You're not supposed to consider the mixed person as pure. You're not supposed to. That's only imposed on you. This white man could sexually assault a woman on a plantation. Okay? He could sexually assault a woman on a plantation, have her child comes to terms, and then throw that kid into slavery, into the worst torture experiment, that we know of, more or less. Okay? If that's the case, then you have to understand that people in power, do not, like, they set the rules. If you're in a West African country and they're in power, then they have no, they will not say, oh, look, a woman, this white man attacked this woman and he had this child with her and now this child is a black man. Like, what the fuck? This boy comes out of he comes out of another country. He comes out of another country. Let's just process this objectively, or even subjectively. Let's process it subjectively. He comes from another country, from another people that you've never met, and then you want them to just open their arms and be like, "Yo, my brother." It reminds me of this the African proverb that goes, the forest, no, the axe comes into the forest and the trees say, "Oh, look, the handle is one of us." Yeah, if you're mixed and foreign, then why would somebody consider you, like, if they're gonna consider you black? I mean, like, because even that, it's like, even just me being foreign, I gotta be checked. I feel I shouldn't be able to just walk up in nobody's space. And then, I can't do, like, you can't, like, even in the motherfucking hood, if I go down to Bed-Stuy, like we were talking about this other day, black folk gonna be looking at you funny. Gonna be like, hey, what you doing around this neighborhood? What's your agenda? What's your goals in this neighborhood? Cause I remember, what was I doing? I was putting up flyers. I was going into the buildings, the apartment buildings, and putting up flyers because I knew that they had a lot of foot traffic. Right now, of course, these motherfuckers tear down the flyers right afterwards, but they was following me. They was looking at every move I made because what are you fucking trying to do? You trying to mess with my hustle? You trying to mess with my money? You trying to get black folk off of drugs? Like, what the fuck what are you doing? What is your goal? So even if I go to another hood, they looking at me like I'm a foreigner. Now you telling me that when I go to another country, they shouldn't? Come on. But anyway, let's see. Revolution Major says, again, we need to ask of how she sees herself. Ask her of how she sees herself. Oh, the grandmother. The grandmother thought she was black. Revolution Major says, we also have to know what white represents to the African. Without an explanation and definition, we can't judge this conversation. Yeah, white is the foreigner, I think. We in the West accept mixed folks, but Africans don't. Yeah, well, I mean, it's your call, but like for the most part, if somebody comes into your land and rapes your women, right, you should reject their offspring too. I'm just gonna say, somebody comes and rapes your sister, you should reject. You should reject that part of them, particularly if you're on some nationalist tip, So they said Michelle Obama was white in Africa. Now, see, that's why I don't know about that. Now, Michelle Obama was white in Africa. So yeah, they have a different view. Shit, Michelle Obama. Okay. Well, I don't know about that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know about that, but I mean, I could also see how white means Oyimbo, or Oyimbo is foreigner, so I could see that, Michelle Obama being a foreigner, because she is a foreigner. If I go to Africa at this point in time, or at least a foreign national, right? I could see myself being a foreigner. Now, should I have been an indigenous person? Absolutely. Am I genetically very linked to, let's say, Ghana or or Nigeria? Then absolutely. But that's like dependent on if they weren't around at the time I was born. But like at the same time, like if I go any fucking country, I'm a foreigner. In fact, and to some extent, I'm also a foreigner. To what extent I'm a foreigner in America is another question. As far as if we're talking about citizenship. But anyway, it's a complicated question, but we're gonna go to this one. So basically, I made this comment, and a lot of black folk responded. So I'm just gonna go through some of their replies because these motherfuckers. I just said, look, black people will always be confused if we hold on to the myth that we are the center of everyone else's thoughts. Now, of course, it could be argued that in some capacity, we are sometimes in some people's thoughts, because we are telling someone doesn't travel much outside of their own area. But I'm going to highlight some of these motherfuckers who was just whatever. Like this person. People are using the death of Queen to attack a black woman. Now, we're going to go into that one. Irish and other white people danced around the passing of the Queen, and yet people came after us on black Twitter. And I just said, look, man, you focusing on the English monarchy and the Irish Twitter, you know? Like what? Like who's really focused on who? Because my thing is this, after that lady died, I was like, okay. I mean, I did put down Ding Dong, the witch is dead. But that's just because, you know what I'm saying? Look, I feel to a certain extent from my experience and through other stories, the elites amongst this country mesmerize by us. Not to mention in hospitals, if you're black, you are their favorite test subject. Ask any former doctor or hospital worker, you know if I'm lying, right? So I said, look, man, white mice are their favorite test subjects. Okay, being a test subject isn't out of any focus, but the opposite. They see us as disposable, as waste, as excess, as a means to an end, as a tool. That's how white people see you. It's not mesmerization as much as true, total rejection. And the reason why I'm going through this is just so I could read the next one, which is the response to this next reply. So he says, I don't disagree, but I'm saying that they see us in the way because of how spectacular we are and what we are capable of. Does the Henrietta Lacks story not solidify this thought? Also, the Philly bombing. We were threats in their eyes. To be a threat, you need to be respected. So I want you. This is why I'll put it as an enemy within. To be a threat, you need to be respected. No. To be a threat, you need to be rejected. Okay? You need to be rejected. Now, the brother did, say, he agreed with that, so it's whatever. But to be a threat, you need to be rejected. Henrietta Lacks was just an interesting scientific case. You guys gotta realize, they didn't respect this lady. They threw her away after the discovery and let her die and didn't even contact her family. They were like, oh, she got some interesting cells. They respected her? No. That's not respect. They let her die. And then they took her cells, didn't even tell her family. Okay? And it's the same with the Philly bombing. It's the same. They bombed a building with children in it. On taxpayer dollars. On taxpayer dollars. They what did they fly a helicopter over them? And bombed a building with children in it. Over what they said as a noise complaint. Do you understand? It's to make somebody somebody's a threat when you reject them. And when I say this is enemy within, I want you to realize that we think that it's respect. You understand? We think it's respect. Why does the white man eat so many cows? Because he rejects the cows from their society. Whereas, look at the Indian. The Indian respects the cow. So what does the cow get to do? The cow gets to just park in the fucking street, hold up traffic. There's a difference between respect and reject, and I wanted to just highlight that. So that's all I'm going to say on that. That's all I'm going to say on that. We're gonna go to the next one though. Well, actually, let me see what the comments are like. Yeah, I heard a black American did the bombing, but I can't find a photo of the guy to confirm. Dang, that's crazy. That's wild. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Oh, I hope not. That's wild. Oh man, that's. All right. All right. Let me just go to the next one. So stupid, bro. All right, so now that's some history making. No, I don't get these. Like I tell you, enemy within. What I mean is that black folk just impressed with that. Like, look at this shit, man. This is a viral tweet. 54,000 likes. This is on the Because of Them We Can. Your source for Black excellence, past, present, future. This is Black excellence, family. Megan Pifus Peace has now made history as the first black woman puppeteer on Sesame Street. What the fuck? Like, that's making history? Like, oh my gosh. And so you're like, wait, why is this on a mangina? This is a woman. So then you say, it can't get much worse than this, right? Like, why is this? This is a woman. You've said mangina. How was this a mangina? Oh, this motherfucker deleted it. Okay, good thing. So they deleted a post where they says, what about the black man who makes Elmo? There's a black male puppeteer who is, why doesn't he get this recognition? How come he didn't make history? And so black woman says he was and would probably be considered both the first black person puppeteer and the black man puppeteer on the show, but he was not a black woman. So he couldn't be the first black woman puppeteer on the show, which is what they are currently highlighting. There was a black man who complained that a black woman was being recognized. Now, of course, here's this. Why the fuck is this something to be recognized about? You're on a fucking television show. You're on a, not just any television show, a children's show. And they're like, oh, we're the first black women. Like, it's so, oh my gosh. Yeah, I just sounded like I had a list, but I'm not going to hold you guys. But it's so fucking embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Just like, let's see. I heard the mayor was black at the time, and he gave the order. Oh, gosh. So she whined her hand, that gets me every time. She whined her hand, that gets me every time. Oh, yeah. Yes, I heard the same. Yeah, she wildin'. There's actually a video. I didn't know where to put it. I didn't want to put it on the allies, but there's this brother who's fighting this group of dudes. And there's these two women trying to fight him while he's trying to fight these groups of dudes. And the good thing about this dude is that he does not intentionally attack. Like, he doesn't attack the women. You know what I mean? One of them actually he holds up his fight. He's always known against a group of dudes. And that's why I was like, yo, you got to get your muscle mass up. But at the same time, I was like, should I show just a fight video? Like, under what context, what pretext? But, yeah. And then this one, I just saw this one yesterday. Somebody in the comments said they make them think like that. Stupid. But anyway, this is...
On Saturday, September 3rd, Labor Day weekend, this 35-year-old decided to attack this 11-year-old child. He goes by the name of David Del Greco. After meeting the family at the Johnson Police Station for the news conference, I decided to meet them again at the actual scene of the crime, interviewing everybody, starting with the child that filmed it.
Me, Mason, and Kaysen, and this kid who lives right here, we were playing basketball, and he got mad that he lost, and then he pushed me, and then I banged him in his face. He went to go get his dad. His dad came outside and said, yeah, bleep, beat him up, bleep. And then we started fighting again. His dad tackled me, punched me in the back of my head, and slammed my head on the ground and dragged me.
When he hit his head on the ground, he got a concussion. This is day 5, and it still looks crazy. He went to the police station on a holiday weekend and was released the following day, which would be a Sunday. This guy is out on bail, PR at that, and that means he didn't have to pay anything to get out of jail. Court date of 7 weeks after the incident happened. They didn't put a no contact order in place, and they didn't even warn me that he got out. Tell me why you got a first-degree child abuse charge. Now my son got to walk around, and all the rest of these kids out here, they were all out here. They're all scared of this crazy man, and the Johnson police, all they can say is they're sorry.
We take turns watching the kids, even 10 times more. When we're a community, we should be able to feel safe enough to let our kids play in our backyard.
What if my black son's father beat on that little white boy like that? It would be a different story.
Yeah, so it would be a different story. But now here's why I ask you right here. Because you're like, where is he though? I'm sorry, but like I mean, like my thing is this. First off, if the dude is involved in that family's life, right, then he should have been there for the freaking documentary or whatever, for the interview. The lady could have been like, hey, you know what? You want to make this interview? Sure, but let me stand with my black man, right? The fact that she's not standing with the black man, the fact that there were no men out there, except for that one white boy's father who was like, punch that N-word. And it's like, wait, what? And that's what I'm saying, like I don't even know what to, like, I don't even know how to process that. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to process that. Like, where was this father? Because the white boy's father was there. And see, my thing is this. I don't mind if kids like I said, I told Brother McCall, I don't mind if kids are scruffing, you know, if kids are scrapping. Okay, it could build character. It could build you gauging yourself. You know, and I also understand. Look, if the black boy is winning against the white boy, and if the black boy is taking it too far, as a father, you know, the other father might want to intervene. That makes sense. But this other father, first off, he calls the kid an N-word, right? Now the kid should have picked up on, like, should have peeped the game right there. Okay, because this is not a friendly scrapping anymore, right? This dude is willing to freaking they're looking to fucking kill you. They're looking to fucking lynch you. Now you might be like, I'm not gonna back down. That's fine, but you have a grown ass man who will intervene in the fight. Clearly, you're outnumbered now. You're outnumbered and outmuscled. And if you're playing around, that's reminds me of that. You know, that's what I didn't follow the trial of Trayvon Martin. I'll tell you all this. I didn't follow the trial of Trayvon Martin, but I heard one quote from the Trayvon Martin story. Okay, I heard one quote, and it was that Trayvon Martin's on the phone with his friend, right? And he says, "Hey, there's somebody following me," and she says, "Run," and he was like, "I don't gotta run." And I mean, look, like you have to teach young people, because here's the thing too. Trayvon Martin was actually beating this dude in a fight, Zimmerman. And he's beating the dude, which is like, you can beat a fucking stranger in a fight, sure, but you have to understand that fights are not games. Okay, fights are not games. Very quickly, very, very real. People can kill you. People will kill you. And I mean, I'm saying that knowing full well what happened to Trayvon Martin. You know, I'm not blaming him or anything, but I want you to understand that this is not the world is not a game. In fact, I can tell y'all this. So, I was on a train and I saw this little boy. He was you know, just kind of like goofing around on the train, right? And then some dude, you know, said, "Hey kid, watch it," right? And then the lady started telling the dude, "Hey, it's your tone. How you talk. It's your tone." Later on, I find out the lady said, you know, if that dude said one more thing, I would have slapped him, right? Come to find out, he's like, she believes the guy is Dominican. She's Haitian, right? So, you know, there's that Dominican Haitian thing, right? She's like, "Oh, the dude talked to my son with such disgust," and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And like, realistically, you know, obviously I would have stood up for the sister, hands down. But the reality is this. If she went up and slapped some dude, now she's like the dude looked at him with hatred. I didn't see that personally. Like again, this situation that we're talking about where the guy's like punch that N-word, that's you know, that's the hatred clearly, right? But I didn't see that on the train. I just saw a kid goofing around and then a man telling him cool it, right? She said she would have slapped this dude, right? Now, if I intervene, sure, I intervene. And I could win this guy in a fight easily, right? But that's in a fair one. But life doesn't give you fair ones. Okay? In the words of that cartoon character, like, fairs are for tourists. You know, this little boy, like same with, like, that's what I heard when I heard Trayvon Martin talk about, I don't need to run. I don't need to run. You know, because if Trayvon Martin just ran, maybe things would have, like, he wouldn't have gotten to it. Because like, he beat George Zimmerman in a fair one, but George Zimmerman had a gun. He had a gun. And unless you was willing to shoot this man, unless you're willing to kill a man, do not engage in a fight. Now, you should be willing to kill men. But unless you're willing to kill a man, do not engage in a fight. So like when the woman says, "Hey man, I would have slapped this dude," are you looking to kill him? Because if you're not looking to kill him, then what the fuck is the slap going to do? But get somebody else killed. And that's the question. What is the slap going to do but get somebody else killed? Because if your boy's fooling around, then, you know, and he gets scolded. Cause I said to her, look, you know, when I was younger, I walked into the bus, my big ass backpack, and somebody says, yo, man, take your fucking backpack off. And I was like, you know what? This person's right. Why the hell do I have this big ass backpack in this tight ass bus? And so they were like, yo, put your pack back on your, you know, and I was like, oh, you know what? You're right. You know, I was wrong. And I just took it as a lesson. Like, you know what? In a bigger space, you might not know this in advance, but in a bigger space, you should take off your backpack. And in fact, I heard somebody even on my way. Actually, as a matter of fact, it was just yesterday when somebody was yelling at this grown ass white man who was hitting him with his backpack, and the guy said, "Just shut your fucking backpack off." The white man didn't move, didn't do anything, but it was like that's what it is. That's life. You learn or you don't learn. Shouldn't even say anything, man. All right, let's see what the comments are like. Yes, I heard the same. Revolutionary Matron put up a link, says Woodrow Wilson good. Shit, motherfucker's name is Woodrow Wilson. Real Black Gentleman's outraged that it's a 35. Yeah, 35-year-old could fuck like easy. So it's like if you fighting his father in front of him, you know, you looking for a fair one, and you could beat his son in a fair one. Right? But that's it. His father could fucking fuck you up in a fair one. His father, like he said, punched him in the head and slammed him his head on the ground. The boy didn't recover. Like, what are you fucking thinking? Revolutionary Matrix says, Caribou, you're welcome, but the wiki and kind of omits facts that he gave the order. When kids are fighting in front of others is to exhibit. It's due course to break it up, dissipate the juvenile tension. Yeah, but when the father comes in saying, kill that nigger, I don't want to use the word, but when the father comes and says that, right, you should peep game as a young man and say, look, I'm outnumbered. You know? Oh, let me get my father. And so that's why I said this is the mangina section, because it's like, where the fuck was your father? Hey, Dad, somebody, you know, because that's what I'm saying. If my son gets into a fight with another boy, that's fine. You know? I'll be like, all right, take it easy. You know, if he goes too far. And if he, you know, because like if he lets his anger take over him, I say, look, man, take it easy. You know, you taught him. You know, even if it's a cracker, because it's like, you know, you ain't finna really, you know, because the other motherfucker's father might be around or some shit. You know, you just like, yo, let him get this steam out, whatever, right? But now you got the other father involved. You're supposed to get me involved, and I'm supposed to be like, hey, come on, son, let's not starting trouble, you know. Or the other father's there. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, so let him scrap out. You know, we break it up if it gets too serious. And he's like, yeah, I feel you. Whatever. It could be anything. But this boy comes into a situation where he's like, I'm gonna beat up on this other kid right in front of his father, and I'm gonna have no backup. Okay. Well, you in the wrong neighborhood for that. You know what I'm saying? You're in the wrong neighborhood for that. Only women no women, in fact, looking after you. No, nobody looking after you. If this little white boy didn't record it, you'd have just got your ass kicked and you would have just been telling the story. And this motherfucker walked right out of prison after that. And right out of jail, no bail. Come on. And the thing is this, like, yeah, if your father, you supposed to, like, if your kid is getting his ass beat, right, you should have, like, that's the thing, you're supposed to break up the fight, at least. I don't know about beating up the kid, but again, when he calls you the N-word, right, you should have peeped game. This ain't gonna be no fight. This man does not give you that respect. You know? Real White Gentleman says, when kids are fighting in front of others is to exhibit. It's due course to break it up and dissipate the juvenile tension. Yeah. When Carter says, no such thing as a fair one. That's why I tell more black people to own guns. We say white people scared. That's why they have guns. Newsflash, guns help you win. Exactly. Well, here's the thing, though. That's a little boy. That's an 11-year-old boy playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he got his gun while he playing basketball, okay. But it's just very, you know what I mean? Like, again, like, that's a little 11-year-old boy. Real talk, and that's the thing. The white boy pushed him because he was losing. And then the black kid socked him in the face. Okay? Which is what that's normal. You know what I mean? The white boy had some sort of problem, but then you should have just said, "Look, man, we're not playing no more." I mean, again, like I told y'all, I was at the playground one day, and in fact, that same shit happened. These kids are playing basketball, and then one kid was like, "Hey, man," just kept complaining or whatever. And the other kid got pissed, and yeah, they fought each other, And it was like an Indian and Arab kid, but there were no fathers around. Okay. There were no fathers around. That's normal, I guess. That's not the worst thing. But the reality is this. But I'll tell y'all this differently. Let me say it this way. When I'm in the playground, people look at me to see what they can get away with my son. They look at me to see what they can get away with my son. Okay? Like before they say, "Oh, let me do something wrong to this little boy," they look over to me and I give them the you can do that versus or the you better not. You understand? And I'm not saying fathers should be there when their kids are playing, because again, your kids playing, you might not always be there. But where was the fucking father in this quote unquote video? That's the big question. Jose says hotel. I don't know what hotel is, but greetings everyone. I think he meant hotel. Brother Bakari says a fair one is do what you got to do to win. Get over a so-called fair one. Ain't nothing fair. Exactly. Grown man hit my 11-year-old child. He will get what I call a fair one. That's it. But that's what I'm saying. Where was he? Cause see, the lady's like, if my son's black father would hit a white boy, well, where the fuck? Why did he? Why didn't he? I'm not saying look, cause see, the motherfucker might already be in prison. Real talk. Probably not for hitting the white kid, but real talk. And you see how the white boy is the police is supposed to clean the situation. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. We're gonna go to the next one. So what's the next topic? Fucking past me's, man. Y'all already know. And we're gonna do some science over here. That's I don't know how she did it. She did that to herself, man. I wish I made that video. That sister did it to herself. She cute. But like, what the fuck was I put the sound effect over it, but like for real, yeah. So this one's actually kind of long. This is probably the most embarrassing thing I've seen on Twitter. Like, it's probably up there in the most embarrassing things I've ever seen on Twitter. Like, I can't even, like, somebody said that I sometimes come off like a feminist. I don't know if they say that, but, yeah, like this, I can't even like usually I try to defend our sisters. You know how it is. Like, I'm not simping like Brother Bakari. I'm not simping like Mr. Untouchable, but like, I mean, I'm not that simp, but I try to defend black women. This, I can't even, like, what the fuck is this? This is like, what the fuck? All right.
So I randomly came across this video here, and I'm stitching it so you can kind of see. I've personally taken offense to this, and I am admitting that's part of my like past, and like I've dated a guy, maybe multiple, who are kind of like having a preference like this, and obviously all these girls are gorgeous and they seem excellent. It's just that it's sad to me, because why are we not attracted to people who aren't white? And I'm not trying to say that you can't like a certain way that people look, but like out of 50, you're doing this for a video, not a single girl is black. And I think maybe there was like a light skin, maybe mixed girl, but you know what I mean, honestly.
Okay, so yeah, this is probably the most embarrassing thing. So basically, this white boy, he's like, just want a date in every state.
I randomly came,
and so then this woman. Now you might be like, oh well, she's probably mixed or something, so that's probably what it is. Fam, I wish. I wish that's what it was. I wish that's what it was. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And I know some of y'all like, man, don't play this shit for me, man. The fuck is wrong with you, man? I want something good. I want quality. Look at this shit.
Has made a show of going
after spending his time and money going on a date in 50 different
on a date with a woman from every state. And let me just show you why he's getting a lot of hate. I think it's fair to say that my guy has a type, but here's what really makes me mad. This is the girl he went on a date with from Hawaii. Like, sir, what you not finna do? You not finna play us, sir. You not finna play us, sir. Then this is the girl he went on a date with from New Mexico, who is actually, if you look on her Instagram, from Long Island. So, sir, if you have a type, you didn't even have to go across 50 states for that. Like, you really just dated the same girl in every single state. Like,
what are they talking about?
Where is the seasoning? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, because I'm feeling like this was unnecessary.
Oh.
So this guy...
And so, like, the joke is on this guy. Oh, my gosh. Because, like, that lady's not even, like, you know, like, as clearly mixed in a sense. You know, that's the Michelle Obama. You know what I mean? Like, shit, that's like, look, it's another one. It's a whole thread, by the way.
I'm saying is, if we're doing a TV show about dating in every single fucking state, I do not want to see blonde hair, blue eye for every single fucking state. I want to see black girls, Hispanic girls, Asian girls, Arabic girls. I want to see freaking Indian girls. I want to see...
It's a whole fucking thread. Look, it's a whole thread of this. It's a whole thread of this. And then it goes on, and I'm not going to show you, play you guys, because I didn't watch all this shit either. I'm just, you know... Woo! Right here, let me show you guys. When I say pass me, I don't know if there's another one. Wait, let me see. What is this?
First I was like, yeah, like I get it. He probably has a type, 50 states, whatever.
Beautiful black woman too.
Then he got to Hawaii.
Like, what are you worried? Like, sorry, the one I wanted to go to is just, like, he's going to explain that this white boy doesn't even know these women. Like, this white boy doesn't even know these women. So he's like, this is even more embarrassing because none of the white women in the OG video know this man. He lied about going on dates with white women, and our sisters lost their minds. The guy doesn't even date these women. He doesn't even date the women. That's why I say when it's so embarrassing, because it's like even if he did date the women, it's like, yo, mind your fucking business. Like, the dude, like, for instance, like, if I go out of state, if I went to all 50 states, I'd date a black woman in every freaking state. Period. Easy. Yeah, I got a type. Like, what? But imagine some white woman coming out, if you're gonna date a woman in New Hampshire and she's you know, it's like with the Rhode Island. So y'all saw the last video with the mangina. Now, so I wasn't really feeling that, sister, whatever. But somebody said, yo, they make them stick in dick like that in Rhode Island. All right, but anyway, my point is this: if I go to Rhode Island, I'm probably gonna mess with a black woman. Wait, sorry, not probably. Period. That's it. So this white boy is like, you know, and this white boy's not even fucking messing with them. He's so mid, so mediocre. And these women too, I can't really say per se, but it might be that they're like on the model tip, right? They might be like, you know, like they're like Instagram women on you know, Instagram women. So they probably look better looking than most white women, right? So all the same, he's messing with these models in you know, these Instagram women in other, like, and he's not even doing it. He's so mid, and these women are still complaining about this one. Like, it's just so embarrassing. It's like that lady, aren't you embarrassed or whatever? Like, it's fucking fucked. Like, I can't even. It's just woo. This one right here. This is worth less sense. What is this? Y'all still running the same play? Oh yeah. So I said, what is this? Oh yeah. So I said, look. So don't say black. Oh yeah. So here's my thing though. Here's where the fucking manginas come in, man. Like, I'm fucking tired of the manginas. Like, damn it. So I try to be neutral. I say, look, I don't usually comment on this gender war stuff, but as the host of the Enemies Within, I gotta admit, that we have a pass me problem, and it's that a lot of black people want to be picked by white people. Now, I said black people in particular. Why did I say black people? Because I don't believe that we should pick on black women. Okay, I don't believe that we should pick on black women. I do this for the entertainment. I do this for the lulz, but I ain't really gonna fucking pick on black women, right? In real life. Okay? So this guy, don't say black people. The women need to be called out specifically. Black men have been studied and examined many times over. If you truly want to do something special as a host, you'd shine a light on black women exclusively. Like, motherfucker, right? I'm not joining your gender war. Like, this is the L from the black women? Sure. Right? This is the L, but it's reflective of black people in general. Black men do the same fucking fuck shit. Okay? It's whatever. This is just an L for the black race, period. Right? So I explained, I said, look, calling out exclusively only increases conflict. The end goal isn't a victory over your family. It's not a victory over your sister, but a victory with your sister. You know what I'm saying? It's not victory over, but victory with. That's the goal. So how do you reach that goal? So the dude says, nah, man, that is wrong. Dead wrong. I'm not trying to tell you how to do your content, but that us extremely flawed thinking, right? That is extremely flawed thinking. And I'm like, all right, let me leave it alone. I don't give a fuck, right? Nope. I notice when it's black men doing shit like this, everyone specifies black men. But when it's black women, they start saying black people. Look, dude, shut the fuck up. So I'm like, look, where? No one is beating up our women up. Where? That's motherfucking manginas. I don't know where they fucking come from. Because it's like, this was a fucking W. Just leave it alone. I'm like, learn how to take a W gracefully. Okay, learn how to take a W gracefully. You know, not, where. No one is beating our women up. And a lot of people beating up these women. Or beating up black women in general. And it's like, that's fine. Just take a W. Nope. When your mind equates accountability to beating up, then you're in trouble. Even worse, his mind equates an observation about the difference in how each is discussed is whining. Very telling. Y'all supposed to be men. But y'all looking to be treated like women. Stop it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Stop it. If the women are being treated with gloves, with kitty gloves. Love that shit. He's like, y'all still running the same play after, like, listen, manginas. That's what I'm saying. Just call 1-900-9099-CRY. Because I don't know what the fuck, like, manginas, man. And they keep coming up. It's like, you had the pass me's. You have them cornered. And instead of you're looking, why can't you beat up on them too? Fucking manginas, man. Like, this ruined the fucking shit. But anyway, whatever. That's it. This was the comment. That's me. I got that fucking call 999-CRY. Let's see. A fair one. So Jose says, autocorrection is a murder. Yeah. Hotel, man. I'm just messing with you. Why do they even care who we dated? That's what I'm saying, man. It's why do they care? It's embarrassing. Brother Bakari says, why is she talking about that? This black woman's unnecessary. She's not on our team. I don't know about her beauty, but I know about her stupidity. Yeah, she looked alright. Real Black Revolution Richard says, this dude ran a psyop and black women fell for it and are making him relevant by promoting his content. Like, he's a mid-white boy. It's not even like, it's like, oh, I'm you know, Tom Cruise or some shit. You know, not that, like, I'm just saying, like, it's not like some rich ass motherfucker who's like, I went on a date in all 50 states. And, you know, like, it's just some mid-white boy who had to lie about dating Instagram models. Okay? He had to lie about dating Instagram models, and then black women are like, why did you come date me? What the fuck? It's embarrassing. But, and then of course the manginas come in. Well, why is it gonna be black people? Anyway, Cynthia G. Y'all already know what Cynthia G did. Cynthia G. I don't even have to play it. Now, my thing is this. It's such a, you guys can look at this on your own. If you haven't seen it already, kudos to you. I'm not even gonna, Now, here's the thing though. This right here is a dude. That's weird, right? But anyway, Cynthia G says black men are the number one contributors to white supremacy. Now, of course, she said the number one non-white contributor to white supremacy, but it is what it is. This is the trouble with us as a people, right? Like, we don't own the means of communication. Okay, we don't own mass communication. So it becomes that you get onto Fox Soul and everybody's talking about you. You made it big, right? You say something radical, you say something that clip worthy. Because here's the thing too, like I want to say this, right? There's 5 people here, okay? But the person who goes viral is her. So the person whose social capital increases is her. This guy's on the show. I don't know who the fuck this is. This person's on the show. I don't know. Oh, this guy, right? This guy's on the show. I don't know who this is. Umar Johnson's on the show, but he's not the one that's going to be memed, although he does get memed later, right? This lady, I still don't know who this is, although she's the host, right? But she uses the media, she uses the forum intelligently, but to the detriment of our race. You understand? It's just like what happened with Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Colors. Umar Johnson used it intelligently. Okay, he used that platform intelligently so that he was catapulted. You know? Just the same, this whole person, I mean, I don't know. Because again, like you have to clip, like somebody has to clip it. She uses it. I'll just give her that credit. Because everybody's walking around, hey, Cynthia G, when everybody forgot about her. I forgot about this woman. But now she's back to relevancy. Now, Umar Johnson, now he says, you know, we got 2 beautiful sisters on the panel, and he ain't talking about this woman. Okay? So that was a little pause right there. But Umar Johnson later on says, hey, look, I'm very disappointed in Fox Soul for not making me aware that there was a surgically altered male on yesterday's panel who would not have led to the rejection of the invitation to participate in the discussion, but would have definitely altered my, and he continues, altered my commentary on the subject of black male oppression and male-female oppression relationships. This behavior by Fox Soul was disingenuous, unprofessional, deceitful, and duplicitous. I now have to question whether or not I ever want to return to your platform again. I am owed an apology. Now, of course, nobody's going to give you a fucking apology. Oh, I apologize. I didn't tell you that the dude was a dude. You should have fucking used your eyes. Like, what? Should have fucking used your eyes. Like, that's how you fucking tell if a dude's a dude. But anyway, it is what it is. We're going to go to the next one. Now, this lady seems nice. So she seems like a nice sis, though. But she asked the question, will Little Mermaid, what was it? Will Little Mermaid be with a white man? So, the Little Mermaid's love interest is going to be white, ain't it? Like, I'm just telling you right now, you probably should pass over these type of women. Because, like, what do you fucking care about a children's cartoon for? I mean, it's just now, of course, she seems like she, you know, onked and so the court, so it is what it is. But she's like, when is Disney going to push pro-black, pro-family, pro-militant? Oh, no, sorry, that's me. When is Disney going to push pro-black, pro-family, pro-militant media for us? Wake up, Disney. Push our agenda for us. It's about time that you stop doing for yourself and do for us. Like, come on, Disney. Like, so, like, me, I'm just, like, repeating what the fuck this means. You know? When is the Little Mermaid's love interest gonna be white, ain't it? Like, you know, like who fucking, like, yeah, Disney is a fucking cracker. Like, what? I fucking hate you guys, man. No, not really, but like I hate these pass me's. Like, I want you to pass them, man. I want you to pass them. Yeah. I said I fucking hate you guys. Some of y'all are like, what? You hate us? Not you guys, man. You know what I'm saying. All right. It's an idiom. All right. Anyway, I don't really hate anybody. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, to some extent. So I said, y'all don't need to listen to the second one. So the first one, like, yo, real talk, when I saw this first lady, I was like, this reminds me of like an ugly ass name like Sukihana or some shit. Something stupid like that. I don't know where that name comes from. And apparently it was Sukihana. So what I'm saying is, you don't even have to play this video. You don't even need to listen to this video. This is clearly a pass me, right? Like, clearly. You don't even have to play the video. But the second one, I will play the video. This is another woman that you really don't have to play it, but you got to listen to it. And I want you to listen to it only because I want to teach something, right? I want to teach something. So So you call women B word, and you got all these, like, a lot of tattoos. It's just whatever, you know, like, just pass her. Real talk. At some point, I mean, like, there's a way, but like, yeah, just pass her.
If you don't have a high sex drive and your man do, and you say you love your man, but he better not cheat on you, and you don't like sharing your man, I don't get it, sis. That don't sound like love. If you know you got a low sex drive and your man got a high sex drive, but you love your man and you want to please your man, you just don't want to share, then you need to turn that shit up and get that pussy up even when you don't want to. Or tag a bitch in to let her get him right, if possible. And everybody wins. You don't gotta have sex when you don't want to, and your man ain't gotta go without. I know y'all ain't ready for them type of conversations.
So the only reason why I shared that, because she's a pass me, but the only reason why I shared that is to say, look, I'll put this in that news within as a pass me. But honestly, I want y'all, because the trouble is this, that this lady makes sense if you don't think about it. If you don't think about it, she makes a lot of sense. And the trouble is that because our people do not think about it, we're going to get caught up in nonsense. All right. So as somebody who wants to do some thinking for you guys, I'm going to address even this fool. Right. So I say, look, I put this in that news within as a pass me. All right. But honestly, if you can't have a reasonable sex drive, then don't get into a relationship. It's not even complicated. Like, if you can't have a reasonable sex drive, just don't get into a relationship. Or if your sex drive is so out of bounds that it compromises the integrity of your relationship, then get into a relationship with a match. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that complicated. You say, hey, I got a high sex drive. And it's compromise, and it's to the point where it will compromise my integrity in a relationship. Then don't mess with a woman who says, hey, you know what, I have a low sex drive. Cause like you're clearly incompatible. You know, I'll tell you, I was one time, at one point I was trying to date this woman, right? I'm dating this woman, and I said to myself, look, I'm gonna act like a motherfucking sex craved individual. I'm gonna be a sex craved individual. You know, one of them on the dates, I'm acting like, yo, I want to take you back home right now, right? And eventually it gets to the point where this lady's like, you know what? I don't think we should date anymore because you are clearly a sex craved individual, and I don't see sex that way. So let's break up. And I mean, it was a little hard, but it was right. You understand? It was right. Because I said to myself, you know, because I could have been like, you know what, I'm not really that sex craved, but then I realized, you know what? That's the fucking trap I got into when I first got married. So when I first got married, this woman was like, you know, I could do without sex. And I was like, she's probably gonna change her mind eventually. That's stupid. Now, that's not the only reason why we divorced, but that's a part of it. You're supposed to, when you're dating somebody, you're supposed to assess them to the point where you say, hey, how can I hold my integrity and this relationship as well? How can I hold my integrity? And if you say to yourself, look, you're supposed to, while you date, and say, you know what, maybe I can't. And that's it. You don't hold on to the person and be like, you know what, I can't, you know, you can't satisfy me, but let's stay in this relationship. For what? The fucker can't satisfy you. So if you're insatiable by this person, you know, it's like that song, you know, one man can't satisfy her. If one man can't satisfy her, right? Or maybe there is a man that can, but if you're not the fucking dude, then step to the fucking side and let real motherfuckers like me go in there. I'm just saying you. I'm just saying, let real motherfuckers like me get in there. I'm just saying. You know, I'm a little bit bold. I put it to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm not, but you know, that's how you're supposed to talk. You're supposed to talk like you're the big man. You already know. Tanzania. As soon as you start talking about your prowess, Tanzania show up. Why is that? I'll just with y'all. Peace, Tanzania. Although she's not even gonna hear me because she go back to the beginning anyway. But that's what I'm gonna tell y'all. Just like, I just want to give some advice. So that's it. I'm just gonna give some advice. We're gonna move on. to the next subject. Actually, do we even have an alphabet? I need to get a different alphabet. So we don't have Alphabet Squad anyway. But I need to get a different alphabet thing. Let's see if we got comrades. Yeah, we got some comrades. So we're gonna go to the comrade transition.
朋友，到最后千万不要可怜他们，你要记住这个东西，千万不要可怜他们，不管是他们光明怎样了，不要可怜他们，这是最主要，你把这句话放在心里，对待黑人。
Remember that. Keep dreaming, you goofies. Come on. All right. Just fucking thinking you fucking. All right. So can I call the future head ass? This is just motherfucking more broke wokes. I'm fucking tired of broke wokes. So yeah, I'm just tired of fucking broke wokes. Word? There's a phone that costs over $1,000? I'm guessing you can call people in the future on it. Fam, please don't spend your money on this foolishness. Fucking corny. Shut up. Like, stop being so fucking broke. First off, do you build your own fucking phones? I mean, some of our people do build our phones, and it costs like $400, $500. Like, what the fuck? What are you thinking? What do you think those processors and shit cost? What do you think those cameras cost? If you don't want the cameras, you don't want the processors, you don't want the screen, the plastics, you don't want the electronics, the manufacturing that gets into the, then get a fucking cheap phone. But other people do want 300 megapixels. Like, you know what the fuck? Like, what are you fucking, like, y'all be like, just stop acting broke. Just don't buy the shit. You don't want 300 pixels? That's fine. Like, 300 megapixels? That's fine. You don't want high, 6G capability, compatibility? Then just don't fucking get it. I mean, like me personally, I never had a fucking iPhone. I don't think I ever had an Apple product, period. You know? But I'm not gonna be bitching. Oh, I don't like it. What you guys like? You have to understand that. Like you have to shop around and figure to yourself, what the fuck are you really buying? Like, what are you buying? Because there's an Android phone. Cause I look at Android phones, and some of them was like 100, 1,000. You know, like when I went into the best features available. You know, like, oh, I want video recording at 4K, not 4K, like 8K video recording, right? 8K video recording. That's more than 4K. That's more than 1080 pixels or 1080 whatever, right? That's 8K. Okay, so I guess it's 8,000, right? That's money. You know? And you just want that shit for like what? Like, shut up. Get lost. Can I call people in the future on it? No, fucker. It's not a phone anymore. It's a fucking camera. It's a camera on a computer. And if you don't want a high functioning camera, if you just want a fucking phone, then go back to the fucking flip phone. Fucking Fred Flintstone shit. And it was like me personally, like I'm not even like my phones was cheap. My phones were cheap, and then my phone company was like, dude, you're not gonna be able to use our 4G network on your cheap ass phone. You should upgrade your shit. And I was like, fuck you, and I didn't. And it was like, whatever, I don't give a fuck, right? Eventually I might, of course I figure, when I go to the continent, I should have a more up-to-date phone. But on the real, I was like, hey, fuck you. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, right? But here's the thing, like, I also understand, like, because I was shopping around for phones, I'm like, yeah, if I want, the best camera available, it's gonna run me up $1,000. So I don't get the best camera available. But I understand that that's what it costs to make fucking cameras. And if you're not making cameras as a people, then shut the fuck up. Sit down, eat your slice of pizza, and be quiet. Sit down, eat your slice of pizza, and be quiet. Anyway, that's all I can say about these motherfucking. Can they call the future head asses? Let me see what the comments are like. Let's see. Real Black Gentleman says, I didn't own a phone for the longest time. Real Black Gentleman, I thought you balling, Brian. What are you talking about? You should be balling, my guy. I know you balling. Probably had like 10 phones, man. He probably owned a phone company. He probably talking about a phone company or some shit. Except Marx. So yeah, this is the motherfucker. Check this out. So this is J. Pierre. I don't know who J. Pierre is, but she seems like a pass me. So she goes, Social Sciences, Imperialism, the Theory of Political Development by Claude Ake. She's like, working through this right now. Okay. So I was like, let me look at this shit, you know? Let me see if there's a freaking free PDF. No, somebody links the PDF in the thing. So I said, let me look at this shit. And this is the paragraph. Introduction. This is a study of one of the most subtle and most pernicious forms of imperialism. Imperialism in the guise of scientific knowledge. My thesis is that, with the exception of the Marxist tradition, Western social science scholarship on developing countries amounts to imperialism. Western social science scholarship on developing countries is imperialism in the sense that A, it foists, or at any rate attempts to foist on the developing countries capitalist values, capitalist institutions, and capitalist development. B, it focuses social science analysis on the question of how to make the developing countries more like the West. And C, it propagates mystifications and modes of thoughts and action which serves the interests of capitalism and imperialism. So you might say, well, Oni, what's wrong with that? I hope you don't. This is it. Western social science promotes Western values, institutions, and development. Duh. Like, why the fuck would you write a whole book on this? Western social sciences promotes Western values, institutions, and development. That's a duh. Okay? Focuses on Westernization and serves Western interests. That's a fucking duh. Who the fuck is surprised? And this is the thing. What's happens with black folk? It's like, what do you fucking what do you want the Western world? Like, what do you want the white world to fucking promote exactly? Like, what do you think the white world is going to promote? Like, and based off of your living, based off of your experience with white people, what do you think they're going to promote? So you spend your fucking childhood, your life, learning about George Washington. Like, I'm going to name some people that only you Westerners know. George Washington, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Adolf Hitler, Thomas Jefferson. You know, we go on, but, you know, and like, you go down the fucking list and you realize, hey, like who were these people? Like, what do they have in common? And even if I were to go over the freaking black people you know, right, you will see that they are all adjacent to these white folk. Like, we don't even know black people who weren't adjacent to white folk for the most part. I mean, sure, if you studied independently, maybe. But for the most part, everything you learned from these white folk had to deal with white folk. And so for somebody to come out of nowhere and be like, hey, you know what? These Western social sciences actually promote Westernism. They promote the Western values, the institutions of development. And, you know, not just that, they focus on Westernization. And they serve Western interests. Like, no shit, Sherlock. And so it only becomes worse because, look, the only remarkable concept here, there's only one remarkable concept, is that idea that Karl fucking Marx isn't also Western. And it sounds like Marx would have been invited to the fucking cookout. Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he would have been invited to the cookout too. That's what it sounds like. But we're going to keep going. Bill Black Gentleman says, if I wanted to see you, I'd go find you. That's not creepy. Kobe says, Android is for regular folk and Apple to rich. That's not creepy, my guy. I want to see you. I'm going to find you. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so anyway, that's yeah, fucking invited to the cookout type shit. Let me go to the next one. It's embarrassing. And the thing is that this guy, like, if you look at, matter of fact, you look over here, right? A lot of these motherfuckers that I probably blocked or muted or some shit. This is a word I muted. One of the, here, this guy, Ajumu. one of the books we were assigned when I was in grad school in the 80s at Atlanta University, at the time the most radical political science department in the nation. And she's like, that's why you're so smart. You understand? Like, you getting it? You putting it together? This motherfucker's not saying anything. He's not saying Westerners are promoting Westernization. The thing that they said they were doing. You know, they said they were going to promote Westernization. We want to colonize the world, which the white man's burden to promote everybody to be more like white people. But the only person who's different is Marx. Marx, like what? Marx? You think Marx is the exception? Now, if you said Shaka Zulu, I'd be like, okay, I got you. I feel you on that, fam. If you said, Ptah Htp, I'd say, look, I feel you on that, fam. Right? If you said motherfucking Leonard Jeffries, I'd be like, I feel you on that, fam. You said Karl fucking Marx, a white Jew. Fucking idiots. A German white Jew or British white Jew. I don't know what the fuck he is. Yeah, stupid. Bakade. What is that? No, Kimpavu. What is it? Kimpavu, Maneno. Maneno Yakimbavu. Yeah. Stupid fucking words. Let's see. I think there's Neverlutionaries. So we're actually gonna let me go to Neverlutionaries. Hold on a second.
Black people just don't get it. We just don't get it. We just don't get it.
So this one's a late entry. I just checked on the Discord, and I think his brother Kofi put this up. So I said, let me just add this quick fast, like Ramadan, right? Chief Richard Curry, he's like, I'm calling on the Jamaican Defense Force to intervene and assist in suppressing this unlawful attempt to overthrow me as the duly elected imperial sovereign leader of Akampong. This vile and unjust war being waged by internal elements in the Maroon community cannot be allowed to prevail. Yeah. Now, I don't know the story behind this. Faithful finds it funny. Kofi linked it. I don't really Kofi literally just put this up, and I don't know. I don't know if this dude really is the chief or not, but basically he's like, I'm calling the police. Now, of course, the police are black, but of course, Akampong is supposed to be a sovereign thing. But that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, now, here's the good thing. The good news is this: he's in Jamaica, so calling on the black police is not necessarily my move, but it's still like calling the police is not my move, but it's still calling on black folk. This same shit can happen in anything you do in America. And it's a whole different connotation. You understand? It's a whole different connotation because you got anybody in your group who's like, hey, look, I'm the leader of your group. I'm the leader of our group. And I don't like what y'all doing. I'm calling the police. You're fucked. You're fucked. This is why I say you in another man's house. You're in another man's house. Now, I don't know the story for this dude. I actually don't know how this motherfucker got gray hair, but he ain't got no gray hair up here. But I don't know this story. But I'm just gonna add him into the Neverlutionaries just cause, Anyway, let's see. Things are working. I'm mad. Oh yeah, so here's another one, another Neverlutionary. Maybe Kofi, you could describe what else we supposed to pick up from that. I linked the article from their website. Oh, he said he linked the article. I didn't even check it. I couldn't. I'm live. You know what I mean? like bros. I can't sit down and read it. Well, I mean, wait. Sorry. You said you linked the article. Let me see if I could send it to myself. Oh, you linked it after. Oh, you just linked it. Okay. Richard Curry ousted. Yeah. Dang it, bro. All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, you guys check out the Discord, and you guys could probably get a better opportunity to read it. But you guys get what I'm saying. This is the next one. Look at this. Now this motherfucker, this is I probably put this in BAN. I just had to because I like playing these transitions, and you never know if you're gonna have everything. Like how I didn't have anything for the alphabet. So you sometimes just put stuff here. This is the BAN. He's like, look, how come suddenly there's 24-hour light in most areas in Lagos? What is really happening? What the fuck? Like what? Like this, and it's not just him. Like this is low key viral, right? And like plenty of people are, you know, why is experiencing, like, what's going on? We're experiencing better electricity. Like that's really, like, people are really complaining that their electricity is now working better. Things are working. I'm mad. Like, this is what I went when I think it was last week, where I was like, some people would just complain even if they had a fucking easy life. They would complain. You know what I'm saying? This person is like, I have better at 24-hour light. What's really happening? Who's at the bottom of this? Who can I complain to? It's so fucking stupid. Anyway, look, this is Jeff Bezos has his reasons. So we're going to go into what happened with this boy, Jeff Bezos. And you got to realize the difference between our rich and their rich. So compare this to, so I saw this article. This lady's going to be the fucking enemy within. But I compared this to Redman. Okay, so Jeff Bezos just used Twitter to set a black woman up to be harassed for the rest of the day for speaking her mind. Just in case you're wondering what else is happening today. What the fuck is he talking about? What is she talking about? Twitter has removed the post from CMU Press that called the British monarchy a thieving, raping, genocidal empire on the day Queen Elizabeth II died. They removed the post from Professor Uju saying that the Queen may her pain be excruciating. So somebody actually puts up what I was saying. Basically, this lady met with Chris Smalls, who happened to be the union leader against Amazon, right? So Jeff Bezos was complaining. He's like, this is somebody supposedly working to make the world better. I don't think so. Basically, basically, long story short, Jeff Bezos is looking after his money, okay? Like, this is one of the opposition leaders. He's trying to discredit them by any means necessary. All right. So I said, look, I got the screenshot. This is, you know, I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating. Right? And she's like, this is someone supposedly working to make the world better? I don't think so. Wow. Right? Because again, she's going after his money. This white boy loves his money. She's going after his money. He's like, you know what? Fuck her. I'll kick her when she's down. You know what I mean? The main reason Jeff Bezos crawled up, yeah, that's it. Let's keep going. Because there's so many over here. Because it was just such a, like, black folk is just so weird when it comes to this thing. So this is Carnegie Mellon. A statement regarding recent social media posts by Uju Anya. We do not condone the offensive and objectionable messages posted by Uju Anya today on her personal social media account. Free expression is core to the mission of higher education. However, the views she shared absolutely do not represent the values of the institution, nor the standards of discourse we seek to foster, obviously. And again, why, like, you got to realize that you're talking about another people's monarch, okay? Somebody says, ew, you stink, and she goes, you mean like you're a pussy? You know, yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know. Which is not, you know, it's all right. I mean, I don't I mean, you know, I can't really say much about that. So somebody else is showing how Syracuse handled it. They're like, issued a short statement, susceptible, you know, we you know, blah, 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 blah. You guys can check it out. It's not even that important at this point. I just want to go through this list. It's a long list. I just put a bunch of shit in here. I can't remember what there was about. If you're curious why CMU just threw a faculty member under the bus because of a quote tweet by Jeff Bezos, Amazon will provide $2 million to support Carnegie Women's Computer Science Academy for the next 3 years. And again, this is what I want to say about with money. You know, one guy is like, I'm going to become a skydiving. Like, just imagine Jeff. I mean, I'm not even saying Jeff Bezos wouldn't, but like, I'm going to become a licensed skydiver. You know, like Jeff Bezos does put money on himself, obviously. He's like, I'm just going to go fucking fly to space on a penis ship or something, right? That was him, right? Like, he made like a dick ship and he like flew to space. Fucking stupid, but you know, whatever. He has a bunch of money. But like, another thing that he does is puts $2 million support Carnegie Mellon University. I almost went to that university, no cap. But Carnegie Mellon University's Computer Science Academy. That means that he's provide a free online computer science curriculum for middle and high school students, courtesy of Amazon. Courtesy of Amazon. Okay? So he's providing, and that's just $2 million, providing for middle school and high school students. Okay? Providing for a university to expand its reach onto children, onto young people. That's what he does with his money. And I'm not saying that Red Man don't do stuff with his money. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that this motherfucker was bigging up some stupid ass fucking skydiving shit, which is just stupid. Dang, my son just walked right behind me. I'm just like, shit. Uyu says, if anyone expects me to express anything but disdain for the monarch who supervised the government that sponsored the genocide that massacred and displaced half my family, and the consequences of which those alive today are still trying to overcome, you can keep wishing upon a star. You know, of course, you know, this feminist blah 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 blah. But you know, she's you know, they made her delete her post, and she's like, I ain't apologizing for shit. But okay, but like the thing is that white folk, you know, again, you're talking about their leader, and if they don't like it, they're, you know, sure, you can be free, but don't expect white people to not be outraged. So what is happening to Uju Anya is, so basically she's Igbo, by the way. So she's Igbo. So if you guys know what happened with the Igbo, she's talking about the Biafra War. Okay, so what is happening to Uju? Well, basically Biafra War is where the state of Nigeria, like pretty much massacred a lot of Igbo who were trying to separate from Nigeria and have their own state called the Biafra, right? So anyway, what is happening to Uju Anya is white supremacy collaborating to instill fear and remind black people to toe the line and shut up about the oppression of colonialism. We are meant to embrace their heroes and swallow our rage. I stand with Professor Anya. Not that anybody gives a shit if you stand with her or not. But I want you to understand the context too. You know, I want you to understand the context. Now, some people say, hey, you know, they never cry over our monarchs. Sure, okay. They don't. Or maybe white people actually care about their monarchy that dates back 800 years. I want you to understand this. Their monarchy dates back, like if we had a monarchy that dated back 800 years, we should probably care about it too. But these white boys killed that. Okay, they killed that. And you should hate them for it. Realistically. You know, sometimes I think about it. I'm reading Ptah Htp and I'm like, you know what? Once upon it, like in another world, I could have been a vizier. Maybe not a vizier, maybe a judge, maybe a something. I could have been something more. More. And I should hold disdain for this white boy in the fact that I'm not. But it is like, you know, but what I'm saying is these white people still have their monarchy. And so they probably care about it. And you think if we had a monarchy, we care for it too. Absolutely stand with Professor Anya, but stop pretending this relates to black people or white supremacy. Some of them liked their queen. Some of them just imagine you could go back 800 years and be like, oh, that's the Windsor family. That's Windsor Castle. They like that it's still standing. Even if it's a bunch of fucking weirdos. I know we're making jokes about it. Now, here's some more enemies within. I know we're making jokes about it and all, but it really be horrifying. The general public is... No, it's not. This is something else. There's other people who side with the fucking queen, but this is not somebody like that. Largely apathetic to colonialism and slavery, and when it really comes down to it, their hearts and minds are aligned with our oppressors. Yes, a lot of white people have their hearts and minds aligned with white people. Why? Who else should their hearts and minds be aligned with? Like, black people have to come to terms with this reality that the hearts and minds of white people will be with the hearts and minds of other white people. Tell my son, the hearts and minds of white people will be with hearts and minds of other white people. My son's just looking. He's just, what? Okay, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, like, that's it. Let's see what this one is, though. Again, this is a long one, so I'm just kind of go through. What Jeff Bezos and Carnegie Mellon is doing to that black professor is a textbook definition of white supremacy. You're seeing cancel culture play out in real time. Yeah. I tell you, man, everybody's a fucking, everybody's just, ugh. It's the last one. Jeff Bezos really out here like oppressors of the world unite. And so I'm just asking, as opposed to what? Jeff Bezos really out here like oppressors of the world unite. This is 14K likes, right? And it's like, what else is he supposed to be doing though? What else is Jeff Bezos supposed to be? Who are you supposed to be uniting with? Who is Jeff Bezos supposed to be uniting with? Can't even. I can't even. Somebody says, of course he is. This is the billionaires something documentary, I guess. Let me see what the comments are like. So I linked the article for their website. Revolution says they are using their money to control institutions that keep you enslaved, and it doesn't even make a dent in their wealth. We're not living in the same reality as people. You know what I'm saying? They're using their money to control institutions that keep you enslaved, that keep the status quo going, that keep them ahead of you. Because, see, you don't have a computer science academy. When you want to learn computer science, where do you learn it? Because I'll tell you this right now. These white people are learning programming in schools. I'm not saying that you don't learn public programming in schools. I'm saying that you don't learn programming in schools. Unless you fucking do it yourself. Unless you pay for it. Unless you put the program together. They're learning programming. They're learning shooting. They're learning all sorts of things that they need to keep themselves ahead. And you sitting down waiting on your hands like, oh, at least Jay-Z could skydive. Oh, Jay-Z's still making good. Jay-Z, when's the next album? Jay-Z's a fucking billionaire. Yo, when's the next album though, man? I need to listen to your musical genius. Jay-Z writes a fucking rap song where it's like, it's fucking gospel music. I know some of y'all, you can't rhyme at all. No, like, stop that. This motherfucker's writing gospel music. Man, I'll tell you, man, how many billionaires did I make? And you know, I'm the best, you know, and you know, God did, you know. What? I tell you, sure shit. But look, I'm telling you this straight up. So Cardi B had this video. I didn't get to watch it, so I'm not gonna put it here. And plus, I don't care. But Cardi B had this video, and then I went to Cardi B's page because I was like looking through it. She's like, Offset did it, and you're like, what Offset do? And I wish I could play it, but you know, it's licensed music, obviously. Offset has a song where he's just dancing to a beat, and he says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. He just counts down from 5. And he's dancing with 2 other people dancing in the background. Okay? And that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. He just says that. He did it. He's a music genius. Like the quality of music so fucking depreciated. Where one guy is like, hey man, I'm fucking rich and I made billionaires and I just, you know, when's your next album dropping? When's your next album dropping? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, that's. I linked this one video. There's this song. Oh, I can't remember the name of the song. Let me look it up. There's this song. I want you guys to look it up yourselves. I can't play licensed music, okay? Or they won't let me thing. I want you guys to play this song though, okay? I'm gonna look up the name of it. I'll tell you guys the name of the song, and you just play it for yourself. Speaker Knockers, Get Crazy. Okay? Speaker Knockers is the artist. Get Crazy is the song. Okay? Play the audio explicit. I'm going to link it in the chat. Hold on a second. Let me see if I'll link the fucking song in the chat, in fact. Because I'm that guy. Hold on a second. I just don't want to play any of the songs so I don't get in trouble. So it's like, hey, N-word, 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 get crazy. Hey, N-word, 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 get crazy. And I saw this video. I saw this song because there was this white person dancing to the words, hey, N-word, 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 get crazy. And it's not N-word, N-word, N-word. I could probably sing a little bit of it. It's like, hey, nigga, 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 get crazy. That's it. And so there's this white girl dancing to this song. Just the song going, hey, nigga, 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 go get crazy. That's quality freaking music in this day and age. It's so disgusting and embarrassing. It's so disgusting and embarrassing, but that's where we are as a people. So yeah, just ugh. Anyway, William Kerr says, I feel you, Oni, and we must accept that and rebuild it for ourselves. Yep, we should restore our monarchies. I'm telling you, I like what the fuck? You know, what is going on? Real Black Gentleman says, I feel like African states suppress their indigenous monarchies. Yeah, they probably do, a little bit. There are legitimate active monarchies, localized as they may be, subsumed in many modern African states. Yep. Real Black Gentleman said they are controlled. They believe in and protect their economy at all costs. Tyler Solomon says, peace. Real Black Gentleman says, truth be told, if you don't want homosexuality in your culture, monarchy is a firewall against it. I mean, yeah, among other things, yeah. Real Black Gentleman says, Revolutionary Nation says, they actually collect our best thinkers and integrate them into their institutions. Integration is death. You guys listen to that song over there. Like, just click it, listen to it. I want you to hear, and this is an old song apparently. It's like from 2014 or something, or even before that. But I want you to listen to that song. I'm gonna put it in the comments again. I want you to go listen to that. It's just a hey, N-word, 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 get crazy. Oh my gosh. And this is quality music. I tell you, I listened to that Jay-Z verse and it was like, what is he even fucking saying? It was so stupid. It was so stupid. But anyway, we can go to the Fan Africanists. We about to do shit. By the way, that shit I say, is that's one take. Just so y'all know.
Bullshit.
All right, whatever. Let's go. Let's go to the next one. This is building bridges. We about to go into Koku's country, but hold on a second. This is building bridges. This is just the Fan African. It's like, what the fuck are they doing? These are people in charge, I guess. They build the bridge. They. Yeah, this is a country. All right, that's it. That's Fan African. It's like we have enemies within too. You know, this is another one. This is Elizabeth, not Elizabeth. That's what Koku called them. Called it. The Jamaican government announces period of mourning to mark death of Queen Elizabeth. So the government of Jamaica has announced that with immediate effect, all flags on public buildings should be flown at half-mast to mark the commencement of the period of mourning for 11 fucking days in Jamaica. A black country. How are we gonna fucking win, man? How are we gonna win? How are we gonna win? How are we going to fucking win? This is another one. Here for not. Oh, okay. I think I missed this. Somebody, this white boy. This is what I want. Yeah. So I figured, look, this white boy is like. I thought this was a little funny. That's a lot of words for I'm a racist. Anyway, so this white boy wrote it to him too. So this is their black Twitter. If you can't show a shred of demon decency, you don't deserve a shred of reparations, right? Granted, look, this is the white boy's money. Now, you can't really find yourself agreeing with this white boy because he's a fucking weirdo. Like real talk, he's a fucking weirdo. So he says, "Oh yeah, that's him again." Oh, dang, he got like a whole anti-reparations amendment. Like this motherfucker. So sometimes when black people are like, hey, you guys are obsessed with us, like they partly mean this guy, but this guy is like a fucking weirdo, like no cap. Like I'm gonna show you guys more of this motherfucker because they were all like, this you? And I was like, damn. So what's this about? Oh, so he comes this N-word is a word which came from slave owners. Stop pretending to be naive. I know your type. Another closet racist. He's like, I thought we were talking about the word nigga. It doesn't become nigger when a white person says it, unless it does in your head. Like, he's just like, fuck you guys. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna fucking do, pussies? Like, you didn't even kill the fucking queen. You didn't even kill her. You let her fucking die a nice death, and then I wish she died excruciatingly. Like, if you want somebody to die excruciatingly, fucking stab them in their neck, right, and twist the blade. Yeah, like if you want somebody to die that way. If you don't, then like praying is not gonna fucking do it. You know what I mean? And look now, this motherfucker. He's like I said, he's a weirdo. Look at this shit. We must distinguish between pedophilia and pederastry. Paraphrase from Robert Lopez. It's a fucking haiku. Is that a haiku? For real talk? Let me see. Yo, it's fucking haiku. Ah, what a fucking weirdo. Oh my gosh, that's the weirdest shit. We must distinguish between pedophilia and pederastry. He fucking wrote a haiku where he's a fucking weirdo. That's fucking weird. He says, I wrote a blog post on age of consent a while back when Tucker Carlson was accused of making sexualized comments about a 17-year-old. A 17-year-old that, had she been agreeable, could have slightly slept with him. 37-year-olds can do 17-year-olds. So why is it so icky to talk about? And it's not to say that, yeah, it's just a little weird. It's a little weird to say that. You'd look less like a clown if you were a weird attraction to a 17-year-old isn't pedophilia. Right? It's ephebophilia, right? We can put it on ephebophilia. Ascribes to the most common usage as attraction to someone under their consent, which is 17, not. Or 17 is not, yeah. So, yeah, like the guy's like, this you? Like, come on, dude. Like, you're a fucking weirdo. I mean, it's just weird for you to be, like, openly bucking the norms for whatever. Today is a good day to remind y'all that oh yeah, this is another fucking weirdo. It's not even the same person. Today is a good day to remind y'all that the only woman to rule over a monarchy wasn't a feminist, but she stayed married for 70 years. Margaret Thatcher, the first woman to rule the world, power, wasn't a feminist and was married for 52 years, and they were both strong women. So again, you got a black woman who's like, hey, Margaret Thatcher and, yeah, fucking idiots. Anyway, what's the next one? Fucking weirdos, man. So yeah, this is where I put some of those weirdos. Like, it's more Queen Elizabeth. Y'all was so serious about suicide and shit just yesterday. Now you're making jokes about someone's death. Yikes. Like, shut up. Let's go to the next one. Hey, all these motherfuckers are just weird. What's this next one? The woman didn't have... Oh, that's me. The woman didn't have to answer to any crimes. Literally, we show on our ass by now sharing the crimes she didn't have to answer to. Right? So this cracker didn't have to answer to any black person. Just imagine that. She lived her whole life doing fuck shit, and she didn't have to answer to any black people. That's at the end of the day. I said, I remember a graph that showed every country that gave the Queen of Elizabeth criminality immunity. It was everywhere but South Sudan. Not only could that individual literally get away with murder in every other country, she might have figuratively. Ain't no flex if she dies in her 90s. And I want you all to see the graph. I just wanted to show you guys the graph. I don't know why this is in this section, but I wanted you guys to show this graph where I found the fucking table. I found it. This is it. At least now she's dead. Look at this shit. It says, can Queen Elizabeth II be charged with a crime? So on the purple area, no. In the purple area, she's protected by both sovereign and diplomatic immunity, right? In the blue area, she is protected by diplomatic but not sovereign immunity. And in the orange area, I don't know where the orange area is. It says no, she's protected by sovereign but not diplomatic immunity. Okay? I don't know where the orange is. And then yes, the green area. And I think that's South Sudan. So basically everywhere she's protected, she can't be charged with a crime. Oh no, there's another one right here. There's one right here and here. Okay? So there's 3 areas. But like, there's only 3 areas on the planet Earth where she couldn't have been charged with a crime. And I think last time I saw this, it was like, could she be charged with murder or some shit like that? And it's like, no. Like, just imagine that. And I'll show you guys where you got diplomatic and sovereign immunity, right? Fuck it, it's like the reverse. It's like, no, not even, it's just, you don't. I mean, unless you're some sort of diplomat, I guess, but otherwise, no, you don't. But anyway, yeah, so that's the end of that. So I'm gonna say not Barbados too. This is just for those Mr. Untouchable and Marcus Garvey is the way, and of course, Bit of Medicine. This is somebody in Barbados. It says Barbados PM Maya Motley says Barbados will formally approach IMF to reopen discussions. Damn. Citing prevailing external pressures and desire for wiggle room to control inflation, Barbados IMF-sponsored program was slated to come to an end this month. There you go. So, just when you thought you were winning, indicated source of funding, IMF's new facility resilience and sustainability trust, $210 million. And it's not even that much money. Extended funding facility, $130 million in a 3-year program. Reemphasize global. So, like, just when you thought, hey, you know what? Bit of Medicine podcast is booming in his homeland. You know what I'm saying? In Barbados or what have you. Or not his homeland, his adopted land, whatever you want to call it, right? Yeah. There you have it. Even Barbados don't get the message. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole thing. Brother Bakari says, stab them in the belly underneath the navel and slide the knife up a couple of inches. They will die slowly, and the doctor can't save them. Now that's a horrible death. All right, brother. Some people tell me not to talk about how to kill people on my show, but shit, I just read that. Thomas says the little hats have bags of cash to throw at those types of producers who keep black people preoccupied with nonsense all the time. God did. Fucking idiots. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole fucking program. I would open up the chat, just for Brother Bakari, but like I said, I'm not on StreamYard, so it is what it is. But other than that, that way I have all this freedom to customize. I don't know if y'all see, I got this thing on the screen. I got the transitions and all that stuff. It's sometimes whatever. Bit of Medicine says, no, I'm Bahamian, not bitch. Oh, why the Bahamian? Wait, why does that? Yeah, I keep forgetting. I ain't gonna hold y'all guys. I keep forgetting. Damn it, I was that close. Bahamian, Bahamas. I got. You know how it is when you from New York. New York don't know much geography, and then Jamaicans don't really care. What I'm saying? Like y'all look Caribbean. Nah, I guess New York. I'm really bad at geography. Damn, you said Bahia. But wait, don't the other guy don't Miss Untouchable be saying Barbados? I feel like Miss Untouchable be saying Barbados, but all right. Cause I tried to make sure yesterday. I was like listening in, and I remember Mr. Untouchable. I think he was saying that Marcus Garvey is away from. I'm pretty sure. All right, whatever, man. If you say so. You know better than me. All right, whatever. So I guess it's not your people. So then get yourself big up there, man. Shit, better be broadcasting there. All right. Bahamian versus Barbados. Yeah, I don't know what to tell y'all. But all right, that's the podcast. I'll leave in embarrassment. Apparently, Dan, don't we all speak the same language? Real Black Gentleman says we all speak the same language. Who? Wazungu's language? Yeah. I heard forecast says I heard Barbados. Okay, so Mr. Untouchable will be calling Marcus Garvey as Barbados. Okay, I thought you said all three of y'all were from the same place. He was like, yo, y'all family. Yo, see what I'm saying? Mr. Untouchable, stay on that shit. Nah, I'm just messing with you, Mr. Untouchable. I was following your lead. You stab him in the neck and twist the knife. Yay! Or you stab him in the belly and drag it up. Shit. See, the reason why I don't want to say this shit, because I already know this white boy plotting for me. He gonna be like, oh, so you want to stab somebody in the stomach? You know what I'm saying? But like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? However you die, you die. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you ain't the only one dying. You know what I'm saying? Or just try your best to not be the only one dying when you die. That's all I can say. If you die in a vicious way. But like if you die like how the Queen of England died, then you good. You know what I'm saying? If you died after 70 years of leadership, then like that's a good damn way to die. You died peacefully, no less. Like that's some fucked up shit. But all right, that's all I can say though. So appreciate fam for coming through. Oh yeah, Brother Bakari's gonna be on next. I don't know when he said. He said he was gonna come out after me, And then after that, I mean, towards like 8 o'clock, if you will, Eastern time, you're going to find Harsh Reality Podcast is going to be up there. Hopefully Lero is around. But if not, you got El Miguel and on them. So Brother Bakari is going to do some highlighting some black businesses. So if you guys know some black businesses, go to Brother Bakari's channel. When he's, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and all that kind of jazz. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. So I do have a book. Let me say that it's not going to be the black business feature, but I do have a book. This is it, the Book of Power. And it's pretty big. So you get you probably spend like 10 cents a page. But it is what it is. And it's 545 pages, I think I said. Yeah, 545 pages. So it's you get your money's worth. And just, hit me up if you have any questions, all that kind of stuff. You could actually frequently bought together the poem by Marcus Garvey and Emancipated from Mental Slavery. So some Marcus Garvey fans out there just like me. But other than that, that's all I can say. So Shem Hotep, Uncle Ja. Oh, sorry. So Brother Bakari says between 2 and 2:30, I'm getting one more business. All right. So make sure you guys check out Brother Bakari. But other than that, Shem Hotep, Uncle Ja, Seneb Neb, Amen, Ma'at, Dua Netcher.